And then we are going to do a little bit of phonics too. So the first book, who can remember what animal we've been talking about? Cats, that's right. Who can tell me what you call a baby cat? A baby cat is a kitten. That's right. We're going to read a book called Kittens. If you want to, you can lay down or you can sit down. Any way you want to listen to my book. All right. At first, newborn kittens cannot see or hear. When they are 3 months old, they can see and hear very well. Did you know when a kitty cat is born, it can't see, its eyes aren't open, and it can't hear? Wow. A newborn kitten drinks its mother's milk. Later, it can eat solid food. Kittens also need fresh water. So a lot of times, people think that cats only drink milk, but they need water too, okay? And you see this cat is eating some food, this kitten. All kittens have blue eyes when they are born. A kitten's eyes may change color when it gets older. So every single kitty when it's born has blue eyes. But as it grows, they can change. That's cool. A kitten's fur may be long or short. It may be white, black, orange, gray, or other colors. It may have stripes or spots. Kittens lick their fur to keep it clean. You can brush your kitten's fur to keep it free from tangles. So kittens do not take baths like you do. Instead, they lick their fur. That's kind of gross, huh? Do you think you could lick your skin to keep it clean? I don't think that sounds like a very good idea. Gross. A kitten's tail is part of its backbone. A kitten uses its tail to balance. So a kitten needs its tail so that it doesn't fall down when it walks. It uses it to balance. That cat is on its scratching post. Do you remember we learned about that in our other book? A kitten may meow or mew when it sees you. A kitten may purr when you hold it. An angry kitten might hiss or spit. Ooh, don't make a kitten angry, okay? I don't want it to hiss or spit at you. A kitten starts to play when it is about 4 weeks old. It may pounce on a toy or chase a ball. So kittens like to play with toys too. That's kind of cool. Do you like to play with toys? I like to play with toys. After all that work, a kitten needs to rest. All kittens need a lot of sleep. That's funny that they said kittens need a lot of sleep, but in this picture, is the kitten asleep? No, it's not. So silly. And that is the end. Very good. All right, time for our next book. Now, before we start, I want to see if you can remember any of our book terms, okay? So the person that writes the story is the author. Very good. And the person that draws the pictures is the illustrator. What about the front and back of my book? The outside of my book is called the cover. Very good. And this part right here where all the pages meet together is the spine. And the people inside my book, they might be animals or people who my story is about. The people in my book, those are called characters. And where does the story take place? That's called the, do you remember? Setting. And we learned a new word. It was a big word. The word we learned was predict or predictions. Do you remember what that word means? That means making guesses about what's going to happen. When we predict, we make a guess about what's going to happen in our book. So our book title is Follow Me, Mittens. And just looking at the cover, we could make some predictions. Maybe we could predict, let's see, Follow Me, Mittens. Which one do you think is Mittens? Is it the cat or the butterfly? You think it's the cat? So if it says follow me, Mittens, do you think the cat's gonna follow the butterfly? Could we predict that? I think that might happen. Let's see if we were right. Follow me, Mittens. Mittens calls Nick. I'm gonna scoot just a little. Mittens calls Nick. Let's go for a walk. Meow, meow. Follow me, says Nick. I didn't know you took cats for walks. That's kind of silly. Mittens follows Nick. He follows Nick past trees. He follows him over logs. He follows Nick into the flowers. Do you see the flowers? What color are the flowers? Mittens stops. He smells a flower. Flutter, flutter, a yellow butterfly flies past Mittens. Do you think Mittens sees the yellow butterfly? I think so. It flies up and down and all around. Flutter, flutter. Mittens follows the butterfly. Was our prediction right? Do you remember what we predicted at the beginning of the book? Yeah. All right, let's see what happens when Mittens follows the butterfly. Flutter, flutter. The butterfly flies around the bushes. Mittens follows the butterfly. Flutter, flutter. The butterfly flies over a rock. Mitten follows the butterfly. Flutter, flutter. The butterfly flies up, up and away. Mittens cannot follow the butterfly. Why can't Mittens follow the butterfly? That's right, cats can't fly, can they? And the butterfly flew away. Yeah. Mittens stops. He looks all around. Mittens cannot see Nick. Oh no. Mittens runs over the rock. He runs around the bushes. Do you think Mittens finds Nick? Let's make a prediction. Let's guess. Do you think Mittens will find Nick? Mittens still cannot see Nick. Meow. Meow. Can you make it sound like a cat? Meow. Meow. Mittens calls Nick. Mittens can hear Nick call his name. Mittens follows the sound of Nick's voice. Mittens runs and runs. Mittens! Meow. Mittens sees Nick. Mittens runs and jumps into Nick's arms. And then he. And then he purrs. I can't make a purring sound. Can you? I can't. Follow me, says Nick. Mittens follows Nick all the way home. Oh, I'm so glad that Mittens and Nick found each other again. And that is the end. Awesome. Thanks for reading some books with me. Before we go, we are going to work just a little bit on some of our word families. So, we have been working on this word. Do you remember what word this is? Let's sound it out. The I says I, and the N says n, I, n, in. Can you say that? In. Let's do it again. In. Now remember, we can make more words using our word in by putting a letter in front of it. Are you ready? We're going to sound it out together. So if I put a B in front, what sound does B make? B, 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 in, B, in, bin, bin, we made a word. Let's see if we can find another word. All right. Here is an F. What sound does F make? Can you make that sound? All right, let's sound it out. In. In. Fin. Fin. We made another word. I wonder, can we make any more words? Let's see. Some of them won't make real words, so we're going to skip some of them. We could do this one. What does M say? Min. And that's short for minute. Let's see. What about, what sound does the letter P make? All right, so let's put it together. P-I-N. P-in. In. Pin. Pin. We made another word, pin. All right, I bet we can make another one. Whew. All right, what sound does our letter T make? T, t, t. Good, let's sound it out. T-I-N. T-I-N. Tin. Tin. Great job. I want to see if you can come up with any words that rhyme with in. Some of them we did were bin, fin. What other words rhyme with in? Can you think of one? I'll see you soon. Bye.